it's Nicole here and welcome back to another BOCHIKNOT macrame DIY tutorial. And in today's video, we will be going over a two-tiered macrame flower. So a macrame flower can be made and used on its own as a wall hanging by itself or as part of a bouquet, but most of the time I see macrame flowers incorporated into larger pieces such as wall hangings or plant hangers. What I did is I made this two-tiered macrame flower and I attached it onto a larger macrame wall hanging, as you can see behind me. I personally love using macrame flowers as add-ons just because I just love flowers in general. And I also love that it adds a lot of texture to a piece, making it really stand out. I used 3mm cotton cord for this pattern along with 3 large hole beads for the center of the macrame flower. I would say this macrame flower is considered beginner friendly in that it is a repetitive pattern, so once you get one petal down you can get the rest of the petals, and all you have to do to tie the petals together to form the flower are some gathering knots. So this video will show you guys how we can make a two-tiered flower. If you guys want to see how I incorporated this flower onto this larger wall hanging piece as well as the large wall hanging pattern in general, it is in a 3-part series available on Patreon. And with that, let's get started. So before we begin, you will need some materials and supplies for this pattern. I've chosen to use 3mm cotton cord for this flower, as well as some large hole beads of at least 5mm hole. The cord that we will be using is a 3mm single strand cotton cord in buttermilk beige from our rainbow cord line. This cord is soft and sturdy, making it really easy to macrame with. Not to mention, it also comes in a wide variety of different colors and sizes. If you're interested, check out the link in the video description below. You are going to need several strands of cord to make the macrame flower. We're going to start off with the large petal first, and you're going to need 5 strands of cord at 60 centimeters long. Before we get right into the pattern, make sure you guys click subscribe if you guys haven't already to BOCHIKNOT macrame, and give this video a big thumbs up if you guys want to see more videos just like this. So we're going to start with 1 strand of 60 centimeter long cord, and we're going to tape or pin the cord down horizontally. Find the center of the cord by folding both ends together, and then we're going to attach several cords near that middle spot. So taking another strand of 60 centimeter long cord, we're going to attach it onto the middle of this horizontal cord using a double half hitch knot. We want to make sure that this vertical cord have even lengths too. So fold the bottom cord end over and then make a half hitch knot, then fold it over again to the right side this time, making sure that the cord ends are even. And then pull on the cord ends to tighten the knot, ensuring that both cord ends are even. And this is your first double half hitch knot. Then take the second cord and make another double half hitch knot to the left of the one that we had just made. Then repeat this pattern 2 more times to the left with the remaining 2 60 centimeter long cords. And this is what the pattern should look like. So once you have all 4 cords attached onto that anchor cord, we're going to fold that cord end down again, and we're going to make another row of double half hitch knots with the bottom vertical cords. So starting with the far right cord, attach it onto that same anchor cord, now folded over to the left using a double half hitch knot. Then repeat again with the next vertical cord to the left until all 4 cords are attached onto this anchor cord using double half hitch knots. And this is what the pattern should look like. Now we're going to add another row of double half hitch knots underneath from right to left, so repeating the same pattern. Then taking that cord from above, we're going to bring it down and make one last double half hitch knot onto the same anchor cord. Now we're going to turn the pattern upside down and make the same row onto the other side. So start from left to right, make 1 double half hitch knot, and then make 3 more double half hitch knots after that. Once you're done the second row on this side, add another row on this side and on the right side. So once the third row is complete on both sides, we're now going to connect this petal together. And to do that, we're going to take the inner 2 cords and make a double half hitch knot. So I'm going to cross the right cord over the middle left cord, and to make sure that the petal forms its shape, we're going to have to pull on the working cord tightly to make this double half hitch knot. So pull on the cord tightly like so, and then hold it with 1 finger, and then taking that same anchor cord to finish off the second half hitch knot for your double half hitch knot. Then after that, there should be no gaps or space with the knot. We're going to make one last row of double half hitch knots on both sides, but this time we're going to do it slightly different in that every time we finish a double half hitch knot, we're going to take that working cord and include it as the anchor cord for the next double half hitch knot. So you can see I included the working cord from the first double half hitch knot into my second double half hitch knot anchor cords. We're going to continue including the working cords into the groups of anchor cords for the next double half hitch knot until we reach the bottom of the right petal. This way, this forms a nice clean edge for the petal without having cords stick out from the sides. And this is what the right side of the petal should look like. And now we're going to turn the petal the other way and repeat the same thing on the left side, mirroring what we just did on the right. Now that we're complete with our first petal, we're going to make 4 more of these for a total of 5 petals. And here we have a total of 5 large petals. We're not going to put them together yet into a flower. We're going to now move on to the smaller petals, which are very similar. So with the smaller petal, we're going to start off the pattern the same way by taping or pinning down your horizontal cord. It's the same size cord that we're going to use for both petals, but this time we're just going to use one less cord. So we only need 4 strands of 60cm long cords for the smaller petal. So as you can see, I've already put my horizontal cord down, and now I'm making my first double half hitch knot in the center of the horizontal cord. So we're going to repeat this knot 2 more times to the right or to the left. So once we have all 3 double half hitch knots in the center of the horizontal cord, we're going to fold that anchor cord downwards, and then we're going to make a row of double half hitch knots from right to left. Once you get to the left side, we're going to take that cord from the middle of the petal and bring it down and make one last double half hitch knot onto the same anchor cord. We're going to turn the pattern upside down and repeat the same thing on the other side, mirroring what we just did. So once both sides are complete, we're now going to seal the middle of the petal. So doing the same thing as last time, we're going to make a double half hitch knot with the middle 2 cords, pulling on the working cord tightly so that there is no space between the knot. Now we're going to turn the pattern sideways and finish off the sides of the petals with one last row of double half hitch knots. This time we're going to close it off like we did before and include the working knot with the next anchor cord for the next double half hitch knot. Then repeat for the same thing on the left side. Once you are complete with the smaller petal, we're going to make 3 more of these for a total of 4 smaller petals. Once we have all our petals made, our smaller petals as well as our larger petals, we're going to attach these petals together. But before we do that, we're going to gather some scrap cords for the center of the flower and also some beads. You'll need 3 strands of approximately 15 to 20 centimeters long each, and with each of these strands we're going to thread through a bead. Once threaded through, we're going to make an overhand knot right under the bead. It doesn't have to be tight against the bead. You can leave a little bit of space between the knot and the bead. So do that with one and then repeat with the other 2 strands. Then we're going to grab 9 to 10 strands of 10 to 15 centimeter long scrap cords, and we're going to comb through one end of each of these strands so that they are fluffed up. Then take these and gather them with the beaded ones. Then take a few extra strands of cord and we're going to fold them in half and place the loop end with this gathered mini bouquet. Once you have that held onto with one hand, we're going to take the smaller petals and we're going to surround this mini bouquet that we had just made. So once all 4 petals are surrounding that mini bouquet, we're going to take another strand of cord of about 30 centimeters long, and we're going to make a gathering knot right underneath the petals on the outside. So we're going to make a loop with one end and take the long end and wrap it around the gathered cord several times. Then place that long end through the loop that we made in the beginning and then pull on the top end to tighten the knot. Cut off the excess cord, and then to make sure that the petals are even and there aren't scrunched up cords, pull on the vertical cords at the bottom so that the flower is nice and neat. And this is what the first tier of the flower should look like. We're now going to add the bigger petals underneath this smaller flower. Then taking another strand of 30 centimeter long cord, we're going to make one last gathering knot outside to seal the flower. So make a loop with one end again and then hold it with one hand, then take the long end and wrap it around the gathered cord several times. Place the end through the loop that we made in the beginning and then pull on that top end to tighten the knot. Cut off the excess cord and then pull on the vertical cords underneath to make sure that the petals are nice and snug up against the top part of the flower and that they aren't falling down. And this concludes our two-tiered macrame flower. I really hope you guys enjoyed this pattern and how beautiful this flower looks. You can attach it onto any macrame piece that you like, or you can just make a bunch of these and incorporate into a macrame flower bouquet. If you guys want to see how I incorporated this flower onto this larger wall hanging piece, as well as the large wall hanging pattern in general, it is in a 3-part series available on Patreon.